Hello, everybody, and welcome to the campus of South Kitsap High School here at Joe Knowles Field as the South Kitsap Wolves will be hosting one of their big Narrows League rivals, the Gig Harbor Tides, as we're getting ready here for the national anthem, which will be played by the South Kitsap High School Marching Band and will also be led by the South Kitsap NJROTC program led by Captain Ed Tetrick, who will be marching the flags out near the middle of the field as the captains for both sides are now out at midfield and for the coin toss as we will be getting ready to go here. Another great evening of football. Beautiful sunny day earlier, and then the clouds kind of rolled in, but still, nonetheless, it's a beautiful night for high school football in week 4 of the WIAA high school football season. And we are coming to you live here tonight on SKTV channel 205, live on 205, on Wave Digital Cable channel 205, and we are also streaming this game live over the internet through the Kitsap Sun website. So we're looking for an exciting evening of football here as the South Kitsap High School Marching Band is going to play the national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and join Gary Grams and the South Kitsap Band under the direction of Senior Drum Major James Damian, Junior Drum Major Jennifer Weaver, and Field Marshal Heidi Lambert in our national anthem. Tonight's colors presented by the NJROTC under the direction of Captain Tetrick. Please remain standing until the colors have cleared the field. play some football.
That was the South Kitsap High School Marching Band led by Director Gary Grahams playing the national anthem, and also the South Kitsap High School NJROTC program leading the flag display. We have a great evening of football here for you guys tonight, as South Kitsap coming in a little banged up this week against one of their big rivals, the Gig Harbor Tides, just a few miles down the road here. South Kitsap coming into this contest with a 1-3 record overall, but more importantly, they've had a rough start off to 0-2 in the Narrows League. They won their first game of the season. A traveling high school team from Vancouver, BC came down, and South Kitsap came out victorious 20-6. And since then, the Wolves have come out and have lost 3 straight to SPSL Great Tahoma, and then to the Olympia Bears here, 27-17 last week. A heartbreaking 28-18 loss to Shelton in the last few minutes of the game. But the Wolves are looking to get back on track here. The Wolves are a little banged up. They're going to be without about 5 or 6 key players here tonight. But the Wolves are going to look to step up and try and get the job done here, as the Wolves are going to kick off to the Tides, as Aaron Ladeau is doing the kicking duties, and he's going to squib it down the left-hand side. The Tides are going to have the ball just inside the 20-yard line. There's a big hole right up the middle. Number 34 with the carry for the Tides. That's Desmond Ari, and he is going to get down near the 40. They're going to place the ball at the 39-yard line, where Gig Harbor will have a 1st and 10. So right off the bat, Gig Harbor coming off a couple of wins themselves, coming into this contest at 3-1. But nonetheless, the intensity of this rivalry has been very, very high the last few years, as we're enjoying a nice little crowd here tonight, both sides, on a beautiful evening for football, as the Wolves come out on defense and the Tides come out in the shotgun formation. At quarterback is number 5, Troy Castle, who's in the shotgun formation. They're going to hand the ball off to, that is number 34, Desmond Ari. He tries to bounce off to the outside, and he is not getting anywhere. Check that, not Ari with the carry, but that was number 28, Nick Dahl, as the Tides are going to gain about 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for Gig Harbor. So Gig Harbor coming out here. They've got a lot of threats on offense. They're going to spread the field here a little bit. Number 3, Jake Ayers, is on the near side of the field, 2 wide receivers. And Castle's just going to have a little quarterback keeper, but he's not going anywhere. Nice defensive tackle there. That was number 56, Cody Tester, who was in there on the tackle. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and long for Gig Harbor. So Gig Harbor coming out here trying to go with a little bit of a no-look or of a quick huddle, as not making a whole lot of substitutions here. Castle will be backed up by a big offensive line. He's still in the shotgun formation. He's going to take it, look to his left, the lefty, and he's got him in. It's almost intercepted, and the pass is incomplete. It was a nice throw by Castle, and the intended receiver was unable to make the catch, and it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down. So just like that, Gig Harbor is down and out on their first possession. 3 plays, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. One of the key players for the Wolves, who's out tonight, is one of their senior leaders, number 3, Isaiah Davis, who has been battling a high ankle sprain. And so back to receive is number 37, Bryce Broom, and also Chris Hutcherson, who's going to come up here. It's going to be fair caught by Broom at the 30-yard line. Nice job by Broom, as the Wolves are going to have the ball at their own 30-yard line. So the tonight for the Wolves will be number 5, Tanner Romo. At fullback will be number 7, Jens Johnson, and they also have a nice big offensive line up there as well. In the backfield, we're going to see number 15, Eddie Meisner, at fullback. Number 24, Dominic Bodie, is at tailback. Hutchison split to the near side, and they're going to hand the ball off to Dominic Bodie. Gets a little bit of bounces to the outside, and he's tripped up. He is just barely tripped up there. Nice defensive stop by the Tides. That was number 29 Tides with the little shoestring tackle right there. That's Bo Glover, and a good blocking up front as the Wolves come out and get a big gain on the play of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for Bodie one more time, but he's wrapped up from behind, and the ball comes loose. but they declared him down. That's big number 63. That's Tyler Jensen for the Tides with the tackle. It's going to be a loss of a couple on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the South Kitsap 35-yard line. They need to get to the 40 for a first down. So the Gig Harbor Tides received the kickoff, and they were 3 plays and out, had to punt the ball away, and the Wolves are looking to try and get something done here as they now send out 3 wide receivers. Number 23 is Doug Yamamoto, who's also in. Roma's going to hand the ball off the boat. He's got a big hole up the middle, and he sidesteps around, and and he's just tackled up past midfield. Great blocking up front there. Nice job by the Wolves offensive line, and Dominic Bodie gets a big run past midfield down to the 47-yard line. Great blocking up front there. Dominic Bodie, who's going to get quite a bit of the running here tonight, as the Wolves are short a couple of running backs as well. Number 31, Chaz Bauman, is out, and also we're trying to get our numbers straight up here as the Wolves come out here. They're going to send 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Romo under center. They're trying to catch him off guard. They almost do, and they're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, number 27. That's Aaron Chester. And he gains a couple on the play where it's going to be second. Several key players. Ricky Bloss is out. Michael Niner, Adrian Cardinal. It's kind of hard to get things going a little bit when some of your big guns are out, but the Wolves are fired up here against the Tides as they come out once again. They've got, this time they've got 4 wide receivers. They're going to, and Romo's got a man wide open, and he goes, there goes Michael Powell. He's at the 20-yard line. Oh, another shoestring tackle gets down right before the 20. Nice throw by Romo. Tanner Romo with a great throw with a little slant by Michael Powell, and he gets in. A big gain on the play down to the Gig Harbor 20-yard line. First down, South Kitsap. Good blocking up front. Romo with a little 3-step drop. Powell just goes in for the slant, and he gets a big gain on the play. Wolves are coming out again. They're going to pitch the ball to Bodie. He gets a little seal on the outside, and he tries to sidestep a tackle, and he's hit. Stays on his feet, spins around, keeps going straight ahead. What a run by Dominic Bodie. He gets all the way down inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be down to about the 8, a gain of 12 for Bodie. Nice run by Bodie. Dominic Bodie with the big run, gains 12. The last couple coming hard on his own. And the Wolves are going to have a 1st and goal at the Gig Harbor 8-yard line. Actually, we're going to call it at the Gig Harbor 9. So 1st and goal for the Wolves at the 9-yard line. South Kitsap looking to score early here. They're in the I formation. Caleb Nelson now in at fullback. Romo is going to hand the ball off to Bodie. Gets a nice little steal. He goes up the middle, and he spun around and a fumble on the play. No, they're calling a touchdown. He crossed the plane before the ball was fumbled, and it is a touchdown, South Kitsap. With the run, and just like that, the Wolves get on the board. South Kitsap staying with the running game. A nice big pass play from Tanner Romo to Michael Powell, and the Wolves are in the end zone for the first score of the evening. Some of the stats we've got going here for the Wolves this season. One of the leading rushers for the Wolves is Michael Niner. Michael Niner is out with an injury. Unsure of his return, but Aaron Ladeau is set for the kick. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 7:36 remaining here in the first quarter of play, South Kitsap gets on the board first, striking early on their first offensive series, leading Gig Harbor 7-0 as Dominic Bodie scampers in from 9 yards to get on the board. A beautiful evening here tonight for high school football. Again, we're coming to you live on channel 205 digital cable wave broadband, and we're also streamlining live as well online through the Kitsap Sun's website. So if you aren't able to make the game, we hope that you're joining us here tonight as the Wolves are going to come out here and look to get some done here on defense. Back to receive. The kick will be number 24, Chessie Cobble, and number 7, who is Austin Clegg.
Aaron Ladeau kicking off.
Aaron Ladeau doing the kicking duties all season long here for the Wolves. South Kitsap with an early score here. Great blocking up front by the offensive line by South Kitsap. Ladeau ready to kick the ball off here, and this time he's going to kick it deep and left. We'll see if it stays in bounds, and it does not. It goes out of bounds near the 5-yard line, and that will automatically give the ball to Gig Harbor at their own 35-yard line. Gig Harbor came out after the kickoff and had the ball near their own 40-yard line, and they were 3 plays and out and had to punt the ball away to South Kitsap, which led to a great first offensive series and a 9-yard touchdown run by Dominic Bodie. So the Wolves are off to a good start. As we talked earlier, the Wolves have been having a little bit of that injury bug the last few weeks after that first game of the season, but they're really battling through it here and trying to get matters done as Gig Harbor now comes out split. They have 4 wide receivers, and they're going to pass the ball out to the man in the flat on the far left-hand side, and he makes the catch, and he's being chased out of the pocket. That was number 28, Nick Dahl. Nice pass by Troy Castle, the lefty, who fired a frozen rope right to Dahl, and he took off, and he was chased down by number 25 for the Wolves, Adam Gascon, and nice tackle there, but not until they get a big gain on the play. Crossing midfield, placed that ball at the South Kitsap 46-yard line. So the Gig Harbor Tides coming out here once again, this time 3 wide receivers. Castle's been in the shotgun formation all night. Castle's going to hand the ball off to the running back. That's number 24, Jesse Cobble, but he goes nowhere, and he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Call it no gain. It's going to be 2nd and long. So it looks like the Wolves defense is doing a good job there, flushing those runners out of the middle of the field. Gig Harbor looking over towards the sideline. Head coach Darren McKay. One of the big threats is number 80, Austin Safarian Jenkins, the big 6'7", 262-pounder, committed to the University of Washington. He's split to the near side of the field. They have 4 wide receivers. Castle looks left. He's looking for Jenkins, and he tucks it in, and he tries to run up the field, and he gets nowhere. He just gets past the 45-yard line. Not much on the gain right there. It's going to be 3rd and long for Gig Harbor. So Gig Harbor, the coverage was very good on that last play by the Wolves secondary. Castle had nobody to throw to, and he just tucked it away and started running. They need to get just inside. They need to get to the 36-yard line. This time they're going to send trips wide receivers to the near side of the field. Safarian Jenkins is split near, and Castle's going to roll to his right, and they do. They have Safarian Jenkins, and he's going to be really close, and I think that little effort right there at the end is going to vault him past the first down. It was a great catch there. Nice job by Safarian Jenkins to he got down to about the 37-yard line, but the would-be tackler is trying to bring him down. Not an easy task. He spun around and was able to get that first down. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line, just inside the 35-yard line, and the Tides are going to have a first down right here. 3 wide receivers. Castle, he's going to just keep it and tuck it and run straight up the middle, and he's almost, he almost took a big hit right there, taken down by Jens Johnson and Austin Cook. That's Austin L. Cook. As the Wolves are getting a lot of substitutions here tonight. Watching the game, a lot of you might notice that the South Kitsap Wolves entire football team, everyone wearing pink socks tonight, as it's a tribute. October 1st is the first day for the awareness of breast cancer month. We'll discuss that a little bit later here as the Tides come out. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Castle takes the ball. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking for a man downfield, and he's got him. And the ball is caught near the 5-yard line, pushed out of bounds. That's Jake Ayers. He was pushed out of bounds by Dominic Bodie. Looked like a little bit of blown coverage right there. It was wide open. Great coverage in the flat. And Ayers was able to just sneak back there and made the catch near the 10-yard line, wide open. And they pushed him out of bounds at the South Kitsap 7, where it's going to be 1st and goal for Gig Harbor. So after the South the door, They're going to come out now in a power formation, and Castle's just going to keep the ball, and he's going to look to tuck it up and run, and he's not getting anywhere. Nice defensive stop there by Adam Gascoigne, and nice job there by the Wolves defense. In fact, he's going to lose a couple, maybe one on the play, and it's going to be second goal at the South Kitsap 8. So a couple times we've seen that where Castle has just taken the ball out of the shotgun snap, tucked it under his arm, and tried to run up the middle, but nothing doing right there as more substitutions coming in. Gig Harbor with 3 wide receivers. Castle's going to take a high snap, and he's just going to keep it, and he's going to make his way towards the goal line, but he's going to be down near the 1. We're going to say probably near the 2. Yeah, it is. It'll be down at the 1-yard line. It looked like a little high snap. Not sure if he was intending to hand the ball off to Cobble right there, but he kept it, and Castle was able to get there close to the goal line. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor coming out here. Now they're in a power I formation. Castle still in that shotgun. He's just going to hand the ball off this time to Cobble, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Gig Harbor.
Jesse Cobble in for the score for the tie.
Jesse Cobble with the 1-yard touchdown run, and Gig Harbor on their second offensive series is now on the board. Gig Harbor striking back. Their first offensive series, they were 3 plays and out, and this time they were not. They came back and made a nice offensive series right there, and the kick is up, and it is good. And we, with 3:30 left here in the first quarter of play, South Kitsap and Gig Harbor are tied at 7. Kicking the extra point good by number 11, Corey Durkee, the junior, for Gig Harbor, and we'll have to see what happens when the Wolves get the ball back on offense. We mentioned earlier that the entire South Kitsap football team is wearing pink socks, and being October 1st, tonight, or today, is the first day of the month of October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And in honor of breast cancer, the entire team wearing these pink socks, and also in honor of the Dig Pink volleyball game, which will be coming up on October 19th. Shirts are actually being sold here tonight at the game for $5 each, and you can see a lot of people out in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month as they are sporting their pink here tonight. So South Kitsap got on the board first with a 9-yard touchdown run by Dominic Bodie, and then the Gig Harbor Tides come back and get a 1-yard touchdown run from Jesse Cobble, and just like that, Gig Harbor and South Kitsap are tied at 7. So the Tides are getting ready to kick off here, and they're going to kick the ball, and it's going to be received at the 10-yard line by Chris Hutcherson. He's got a little bit of blocking up front, and he stays on his feet, spins around. Nice job by Hutch. Hutch gets down near the 40-yard line. We're going to call it at the 37. South Kitsap missing one of their dangerous backmen, who is excellent on special teams, number 3, Isaiah Davis, but another player who is just as dangerous, the senior number 10, Chris Hutcherson. And Hutch comes in and does a great job. He's been in the back. He's been receiving kickoffs and punts all season long with Davis, and so Hutch is no stranger to excellence there. So the Wolves are going to have great field position at their own 37-yard line. Romo's going to hand the ball off to Eddie Meisner, who barrels his way forward, getting near the first down. Nice run by Meisner. Meisner, sometimes who plays at quarterback as well, has been coming in a little bit at fullback, and he uses that big body frame, and he barrels forward for a gain of 7 down to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for South Kitsap. So South Kitsap doing a nice job here on their second offensive series. We'll see what they can do after that first touchdown that they had. Michael Powell, who caught a big catch earlier, he split to the far side of the field. Romo is going to look for him, looks right, shakes him off, looks left, and he's got a man right there. Nice catch by Hutch. Hutch gains 1 on the play down at the 48-yard line. And it is going to be good for a first down. He gets a little bit farther there. Nice job, a gain of 4 on the play. Nice throw by Romo, connecting with his receivers here tonight. Hutch split to the near side of the field. Dominic Bodie, who had the touchdown earlier, is in at tailback. Romo under center, and he's going to hand the ball up to Bodie. He's got a little bit of blocking on the left side, spun around down past midfield. Nice tackle there, number 51 for Gig Harbor. That's Sean Dennis, the 6', 206-pound junior, as Safari and Jenkins now comes out. More substitutions coming in. South Kitsap, a little sustained ball control here. They get past midfield into Gig Harbor territory. They're down to the Gig Harbor 47-yard line. Austin Cook goes in motion down to the right side. They're going to hand the ball off to Caleb Nelson straight up front, and I think he's going to be close to that first down. He was tackled but thrown forward, got near the 40, and it's going to be a first down. So South Kitsap on the move once again here. 147 as we'll wait for the change to be set. The score tied at 7, and ball control will be a big, big factor here today. The Wolves coming out in that I formation. Great blocking up front by the offensive line by South Kitsap. Tanner Romo under center with the quick hit. They're going to pitch the ball out to the side. A penalty flag comes flying in. The ball was pitched to number 27, Aaron Chester, but no sooner did he get that pitch that a penalty flag came flying in, and that's usually in the area of holding. We'll have to wait and see what the officials say right here. And it's going to be a hold on the offensive line. So the first penalty of tonight, and it's a holding penalty against South Kitsap. So instead of a 1st and 10, it's going to be a 1st and 20 here. South Kitsap doing a nice job here, ball control. They're going to scoot them back now past midfield once again. South Kitsap going to have the ball just inside the 50-yard line. We'll call it at their own 49. They need to get back down near the 30-yard line. 1st and 20 here. They need to get to the 31. South Kitsap with a hard count right there. They're going to hand the ball off to Chester. He gets to the outside. Nice job by Chester. Good blocking up front initially. In on the tackle for number 58 for the Gig Harbor Tides. And South Kitsap gains a couple back here. Gain of about 5. They are at the Gig Harbor 46-yard line right now as Austin L. Cook comes out of the game. This time Michael Powell and Doug Yamamoto are going to split to the far side of the field. Coming out with a couple of different looks here, trying to spread that defense out. Romo is going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's got a man out in the flat, and he's got him. Nice catch by Meisner. Puts his head down, does a great job of hanging on to the ball. Very nice catch by Eddie Meisner. Great fake there by Romo to give himself a little bit of room and time to make that throw. He just kind of floated it up there. Meisner was open, made the catch. And it is going to be 3rd and 5 for the Wolves. We're going to call it 3rd and 6. Place the ball at the 37-yard line. So the Wolves need to get down near the 30-yard line, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. South Kitsap and Gig Harbor have played to a 7-7 tie here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School. It all started off as the Wolves got the ball on their first offensive possession after the Gig Harbor Tides went 3 and out, kicked the ball away, and the Wolves marched right down the field, and they were able to get into the end zone on a 9-yard touchdown run by Dominic Bodie. And the ensuing kickoff, Gig Harbor with a couple of big pass plays and runs. They get down in deep into South Kitsap territory, and they were able to get in for the 1-yard touchdown run by Jesse Cobble, and that is where we stand right now heading into the second quarter of play. A big rivalry game here tonight. South Kitsap looking to get on the winning ways as they have an overall record of 1-3, but more importantly, need to get some wins here in the win column for the league play. So both teams are coming out of the little break here. The ball is at the Gig Harbor 37-yard line. 3 wide, 4 wide receivers this time. They're going to pitch the ball to Bodie. He gets a little blocking up front, puts his head down, tries to spin around, Nice tackle on defense there. That's big number 51, Sean Dennis, who's been right there on a lot of the defensive stops there at linebacker. But Bodie gets a big carry on the play, and it's going to be 4th and short for the Wolves. And it looks like they're going to go for it here. The ball is placed at the 32-yard line. They need about 2 yards. That's going to be 4th and 1, we're going to call it here. Maybe 1.5. They have to get just inside the 31-yard line, and the Wolves are going to go for it here. They've got that I formation. Romo is going to hand the ball off to Chester, and he's dragged behind by his jersey, and he is not going to get it. He is not going to get it. The Wolves went for it on 4th down. Aaron Chester got the call and was grabbed from behind on his jersey and was not able to get that yard for that 1st down. And so the Gig Harbor Tides with a big defensive stop as they will take over on downs, and the ball will be placed at their own 32-yard line. So South Kitsap goes for it on 4th down and does not get it. The Tides come out here. They're going to have 4 wide receivers here. Castle in the shotgun, and he's going to look to his right, and he's going to go big deep, and he's going for Safarian Jenkins, and just in the outstretched hands as he dove for it. The pass is incomplete. He had Safarian Jenkins streaking down the right side. Good coverage there by the Wolves on defense, though. And the pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Gig Harbor there. Aaron Chester with the coverage. So Gig Harbor going for the big one here on the turnover of downs after the Wolves miss on 4th and short. The Tides come out with 4 wide receivers. Castle with the hard count. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it and run straight up the middle, and he is just hit hard. Nice tackle up the middle there. Good job by the Wolves defense right there. Castle's able to get about 5 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 to go for Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor looking to do a little damage here. They're going to stay in that shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver spread, trying to spread that defense out a little bit as well. Castle waiting for the snap. He's going to look to his right. He's got a man out in the flat. The ball is caught, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. He got to the 40-yard line. Forward progress is going to be just short. And it's going to be 4th down for Gig Harbor. Safarian Jenkins was the intended receiver, made the catch near the 41. He had to get to the 42. And it's going to be 4th and 1. So a great defensive stop there by the Wolves. Chris Hutcherson going back to receive the punt. The snap is back, and there it goes. Hutcherson is looking to, and he's going to fair catch this one, and he's got it back at his own 17-yard line. No return as the Gig Harbor Tides go for the 1st down, but they do not get it. And with 9:46 remaining here in the 1st half of play, South Kitsap and Gig Harbor are still tied at 7. Both sides doing a nice job offensively and defensively, trying to get some things going here. We've only seen 1 penalty here tonight as well. This game is going by very, very smooth. So South Kitsap is going to come out here from the huddle on the sideline. They're going to spread it out themselves. Tanner Romo still in at quarterback, and they're going to hand the ball straight up the middle to Eddie Meisner. Oh, and he spun around. He tried to high step it out of that tackle and was still thrown forward. And big gain on the play. Nice job by Meisner. They hit that quick dive right up the middle, trying to catch the defense off guard. It's going to have a gain of 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for South Kitsap. Place that ball at the 29-yard line, or excuse me, the 24-yard line. Romo under center. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie. He gets a little bit of blocking, but he's able to get forward for the 1st down near the 30-yard line. Good job by Bodie hanging on to that ball. The only one scoring on offense so far for the Wolves. But a big credit to the big offensive line for the South Kitsap Wolves here tonight, doing a great job blocking up front. Austin Knaus, Cody Tester, Charlie Murray, Christian Kale, and Philip Holt III. So the Wolves offensive line doing an excellent job here. The Wolves are going to come out in that I formation, 2 wide receivers. Michael Powell split near side. They're going to hand the ball straight up the middle to Meisner one more time, but this time the Tides are right there to snuff it out. Nothing doing right there. Meisner with a couple of big gains on that play, but not this time. He only gets a couple. He's going to get 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 9. So Gig Harbor, nice job up front, looking for that quick dive up front. Again, a beautiful evening here tonight on the campus of Joe Knowles Field at South Kitsap High School. The wind blowing just a little bit from the south as the Wolves come out now, spread formation. Romo is going to hand the ball off to Bodie. Gets a big hole up the middle, sidesteps. There goes Bodie. Oh, and he's taken down. Just a couple of nice little juke and jive moves there by Dominic Bodie, and he gains about 20 all the way down into Gig Harbor territory. He gets down to the Gig Harbor 47-yard line. Nice job by Bodie. And great blocking up front. Dominic Bodie with the main ball carrier here tonight. Doing a great job, taking a little breather there on the sideline as Aaron Chester comes in. Romo's going to look for somebody. He pumps and he fakes and he just tucks it underneath. Nice job, and he's not going to, and the ball was fumbled, but they are calling him down before the ball came out. Romo was looking to his left, pump fake, put it under, and just went down. Gig Harbor tried to say that he fumbled the ball, but the refs were right there on top of it as it's a loss of about 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for South Kitsap at the Gig Harbor. We're going to call that the 47-yard line. Call it the 48. They got to get down near the 35. They're going to pitch the ball to Chester. He's going to backtrack, but nothing doing right there. In fact, he's going to lose about another yard on the play. Nice job by the Tides defense to stuff that one out. Scoot him back about another yard even further, and the ball is going to be near midfield. So Dominic Bodie with the big run. And then the last couple of plays here, the Tides have been looking for everything. And they've been able to push the Wolves back. It's going to be 3rd and 14. They need to get down. We're going to call it the 36-yard line. This time Romo is in the shotgun. And he takes a high snap, hangs onto it, and he escapes the tackle. Looking downfield, he's got nothing. And then finally, and he does. And he tries to thread the needle into Austin L. Cook near the 40-yard line. But the pass was incomplete. Great coverage there by Jake Ayers as the Wolves are going to have a 4th down. And this time they're going to have to kick the ball away. So South Kitsap with a golden opportunity to get something done on offense here. Back to receive is the quarterback, Troy Castle. He's standing back at his own 10-yard line. There's going to be an official's timeout here as South Kitsap is going to call their first timeout. So South Kitsap using their first timeout here. Gig Harbor hasn't used any of theirs. And with 6:23 remaining here in the first half, South Kitsap and Gig Harbor are tied at 7. And a great football matchup here tonight, as we expected. South Kitsap and Gig Harbor matching up pretty evenly, but like we said earlier, South Kitsap has had a little bit of the injury bug. Some of their top key players are out due to injury, but some of the other players who may normally not get a whole lot of playing time are doing a great job stepping it up here tonight, as there's a lot of football here left tonight. Now we're getting ready here. Aaron Ladeau is standing near his 38-yard line. The kick is up, little sidewinder, and it's going to bounce. Oh, it's going to take a nice bounce for the Wolves. Looked like it hit one of the Wolves in the back. We'll see where they downed it. And they're going to down it at the 24-yard line, it looks like. So Gig Harbor is going to get the ball at their own 24-yard line. 6:13 remaining here in the first half. South Kitsap and Gig Harbor tied at 7. Again, we'd like to mention that today, October 1st, is the beginning of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And coming up October 19th, the big volleyball game for South Kitsap is also known as the Dig Pink match. as it is to honor those breast cancer awareness, and come on out and see the game. Last year they had a huge crowd filling both sides of the gym, and it's a great event. So come and help raise awareness to breast cancer as well. South Kitsap and Gig Harbor here tied at 7. Nice little crowd here tonight, as traditionally would be expected with the Gig Harbor folks coming just from a few miles away. Beautiful, beautiful evening here for football. The sky's a little cloudy, but no rain that we see here tonight, which is always a good thing here on the Kitsap Peninsula. And the football field conditions are better than ever, and both sides are doing a really nice job. So it's a really, really good evening here for high school football, as they're going to be moving these sticks all the way back now here. Gig Harbor. The Gig Harbor offense is looking to, they're wondering what the heck is going on, just like we are up here in the booth. But originally when the ball was kicked, it looked like it had been touched at the 24-yard line, but we're waiting to see what the officials say about confirmation about where the ball is actually going to be placed, because it looked like a South Kitsap player touched the ball at the 24, but they're going to possibly move it all the way back to just inside the 15-yard line, which is where they're going to place the ball. So they're going to scoot that ball back about another 10 yards. South Kitsap on defense now. The crowd really getting riled up here. They're going to hand the ball off to the running back, and he's got a big opening right there. Nice job by Jesse Cobble. I think he's going to have the first down. A big hole right up the middle. He got hit big time, but just kept going forward. And he does. It's going to be very, very close. We haven't seen it. In fact, I think he's going to be just about half a yard short. And it's going to be second down for Gig Harbor. They need to get about a yard. Castle in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Cobble once again, and he trips. He got tripped up. He had a little bit of room there right off right guard, but Cobble was still able to get the first down, mark the ball near the 32 this time. Cobble has a couple of big blockers up front there. Gig Harbor boasting one of the big offensive lines in the Narrows League, especially led by number 79, Oliver Taylor, the big senior. 6'3", 272, and also number 77, Corey Ladd, 6'9", 330. As Castle looks to his right, and he's going big. He's got a man out in the flat, and way down on the sideline, and it goes off of his fingertips. He had him open. That was a nice throw by Troy Castle, and the intended receiver was number 80. We got shielded a little bit up here. We couldn't see the number. The intended receiver for Gig Harbor, that was actually number 22, Cole Gadella, and he had it in his hands, but he wasn't able to pull it back in, so the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Tides, as Castle's going to hand the ball off to Cobble one more time, and he fires his way down the middle. Not until he's brought down. Good job by Cobble right there. Cobble doing a great job with running for the Tides. He seems to have a little extra stride in his step. Gains about 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Gig Harbor needs to get to near the 42-yard line. The ball's at the 37. They're shifting around here. They've got 4 wide receivers. Trips to the far side. Castle sends a man in motion, and he's going to roll to his right. And he's got Safarian Jenkins at the 40-yard line, and he is able to inch his way forward for the first down. Caleb Nelson in there. Hard to take that man down, being 6'7", 262. Made the announcement a few weeks ago that Safarian Jenkins did, that he is committed, got a full ride scholarship to be a tight end at the University of Washington for Steve Sarkeesian and his crew. So the Tides come out, they get to the 42-yard line, they get the first down, Castle in that shotgun, and he's going to hand the ball off to Cobble one more time. He sidesteps and gets out to the right. Cobble could be gone. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's got one man, Ladeau, who brings him down just inside the 10. Aaron Ladeau made the nice tackle. Cobble really sidestepped his way through there. Great run. Ladeau ran all the way back and caught him and took him down inside the 8. But a nice run by Jesse Cobble, and the Gig Harbor Tides are in business where they will have a 1st and goal. We'll see where they put him down. It's actually going to be 1st and 10 at the 11. Looked like it was just inside there, but if they can still get a 1st down, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the South Kitsap 11-yard line. Castle looking over. They got 2 wide receivers this time. They're going to hand the ball off to Cobble. He bounces his way through the middle, keeps those legs driving, gets near the goal line. He's going to be down near the 3. Looks like the 3-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down for Gig Harbor. They can still get a 1st down. They got to get down to the 1-yard line. Some big blocking up front here as the entire offense is looking over at the coaches for their signals. And this time Castle, he wasn't able to get the signal. And they are, this time they're going to have to call a timeout. So Gig Harbor on the move right here with the big run, a couple of big runs by Jesse Cobble. And they are in business. They're getting down to the, they're at the South Kitsap 3-yard line. Actually, they're at the 2-yard line. They need 1 yard to get down to the 1. They could get a 1st down and another set of downs here, but Gig Harbor is looking to do nothing but get into that end zone. South Kitsap got on the board first tonight, leading 7-0. Dominic Bodie with a 9-yard touchdown run. Gig Harbor followed it up on their next series. Jesse Cobble with a 1-yard touchdown run, and then led by a couple of big runs by Cobble. They are now down in Wolf territory. It's going to be 2nd down, 2nd and 1 at the South Kitsap 2. The Tides looking to get in, the Wolves looking to stop them. And now the Tides are going to come out in that power blocking formation, and they're going to hand the ball off to Cobble, and he sidesteps his way in, and he gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Jesse Cobble, his 2nd of the night for Gig Harbor. Cobble with an earlier touchdown run of 1 yard, and now he gets in from 2 yards out. Waiting the kick from Corey Durkee, and the kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:57 remaining here in the first half, Gig Harbor now leads South Kitsap 14-7, but a great football game going on here tonight. Gig Harbor gaining a little momentum as their last offensive series here produced a big touchdown, most of the runs coming from Jesse Cobble, but some great blocking up front by Gig Harbor as well, as South Kitsap is going to look to try and get something done here. South Kitsap with a couple of other opportunities, but we'll have to see what they can do. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Gig Harbor also has 2 timeouts remaining, and sending back a couple of dangerous return men. Number 10, Chris Hutcherson. So South Kitsap looking to do some damage here. They would love nothing more than to get into the end zone once again, or just get some points on the board before they get back in. But great football game here, doing an excellent job here tonight. As the Tides are getting ready to kick off here, and the kick is going to be down and deep. It's going to be fielded by Chris Hutcherson, and he does, and he goes back into the end zone. And in high school football, once that ball crosses the plane, they are not allowed to run it out of the end zone, and the Wolves will have the ball at their own 20-yard line. So in the pros and in college, you will see that they are able to run the ball out on a kickoff, but not in high school football where they are not allowed to do so. But the Wolves will not be penalized. They will have the ball at their own 20, and will look to try and get something done here with 2:56 remaining on the clock. So the Wolves come out in the I formation, 2 wide receiver split. Romo, he's looking for Powell on a little screen, and then he just gets out of the pocket and he throws the ball and spikes it down. Gig Harbor looking to have a intentional grounding, but once you get out of a certain area of the pocket right there, you can spike the ball down on the ground and not be penalized for intentional grounding. Romo got the snap and was looking like they were setting up a little screen pass to Michael Powell on the left-hand side, but it did not develop, and it's incomplete, and the Wolves are going to have a 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Romo under center. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie one more time. Bodie has a big hole up the middle. He's taken down near the 30. Nice job by Bodie. He will have the first down. Time not too much of a factor. 2:46 left. The Wolves have 2 timeouts, and the clock will stop when the chains move. But South Kitsap doing a nice job there. Dominic Bodie doing the main ball carrying here tonight for the Wolves. Michael Powell now in on the near side. They're going to send Hutchison to the far side. Eddie Meisner in at fullback. That's Austin Cook at tight end. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie one more time. He's got a big opening and he slips. His foot slipped out from underneath him. He had some running room there, and he knows it too. He slams his fist down on the ground, but Bodie slipped. Still gained a couple on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8. They need to get to the 40-yard line. Bodie had a little bit of running room too, and he knows it, but hung on to that football. Time is winding down here with just under 2 minutes now. Romo is going to take the snap. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie. He's got a big hole. Switches ball hands, and then he's tripped up. Nice job by Bodie. Gets past midfield. Nice job. Dominic Bodie with the big run. Big run. Almost 20 yards. Gets down to the 49-yard line of Gig Harbor. They'll stop the clock. 1:44 left. South Kitsap trailing 14-7. Once the chains get set, though, they get that clock running. Powell and Hutchison out at wide receiver. Romo, he's looking to his out, and he does it. He gets Michael Powell. Nice catch by Powell to make the catch and get out of bounds. Great catch by Powell at the 44-yard line of Gig Harbor. Nice ball thrown by Tanner Romo as well. And that will help right there as the clock will stop with 1:31 remaining. A gain of 5 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for South Kitsap as Dominic Bodie comes out of the game now. Aaron Chester in at tailback for Bodie. And they're going to hand the ball, fake it. Romo's going to roll, and he's got a man on the flat. That's Eddie Meisner. He makes the catch, puts his head down. Nice job by Meisner. Great rollout by Tanner Romo. Good play calling right there. They're going to stop the clock as the Wolves get down to the 36-yard line. 1:22 left here. The Wolves are on the move. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Great ball control here. South Kitsap needs to get to the 21-yard line. We're going to call that the 36. Or he needs to get down to the 31. Oh, it's just over the outstretched hands of Michael Powell.
That pass intended for Michael Powell.
The pass was incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Romo, little bit high on that one right there, but still a catchable ball. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 81, Michael Powell. South has the ball at the 36-yard line. They got to get down to the 26-yard line. They come out in that I formation. They're going to hand the ball to Meisner. He's got a little bit of an opening, but he was taken down from behind. And this time they're going to call a timeout with 1:01 remaining here in the first half. That will leave South Kitsap with 1 timeout left. South Kitsap with 1 timeout. Meisner had a big hole right there, but the defensive lineman was able to wrap him up from behind. He's still got a couple on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for South Kitsap. They need to get to the 26-yard line or beyond for the first down. They can temporarily stop the clock, and then they will be in business. South Kitsap looking to get on the board here, trailing Gig Harbor 14-7 at Joel Knowles Field. on the campus of South Kitsap High School. We would like to welcome everybody here tonight who couldn't make the game in person, watching the game live on channel 205 Wave Broadband, and also being streamlined online through the Kitsap Sun. So we'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. I'm DB, Darren Bowden, and I'm soloing it here tonight. If you haven't noticed, my partner in crime, D-Rod, is still on assignment as Tanner Romo comes out. They've got 3 wide receivers. He's going to look to his right, roll. He gets flushed out of the pocket. The pass was caught by Dominic Bodie, but the Tides were right there to flush it out as the Wolves are going to scramble to get up here. The ball is at, that's going to be a little bit of loss back near the original line of scrimmage. The ball's going to be placed at the 37, where it's going to be 4th and 11, and the Wolves are going to call timeout here. This is going to be their 3rd and final timeout. Actually, they did not call timeout right here. The Wolves are not going to go for it. We'll have to wait and see what they do. They're just letting that clock run out. Looks like they're just going to kick the ball away. They've got the ball at the Gig Harbor 37-yard line. And they're going to just try and let this run down, and they are. And Ledoux is just going to wait. And this, now he's going to kick it. Nice job by Ledoux, try to let all that run down here, and it's going to be downed with 0.1 seconds remaining. And we'll have to wait and see what they do. There's 0.1 seconds remaining on the clock, and we'll see if they're going to make them come out and run that down, which apparently they are. And it was a touchback. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Gig Harbor, but Gig Harbor most likely will just take a knee, and they will go into halftime with a 14-7 lead. So Gig Harbor is coming out here. Gig Harbor, and they're just going to take a knee here. No trickery or anything like that, and that is going to be halftime. So here at halftime, at the end of the first half, Gig Harbor leads South Kitsap 14-7. As we've seen a great football game here tonight between 2 powerhouse rivalries here in the Narrows League. And now for your halftime viewing here tonight, we're going to present a short video from the South Kitsap School District, an introduction to their Declaration of Interdependence. Enjoy the video, and we'll be back with you guys in the second half in just a few minutes.
Philadelphia, 1776. 56 signatures on a declaration that changed the world. Our goal here in South Kitsap is a bit smaller in scale, but no less profound, to change our entire community through our Declaration of Interdependence. The power of this document right here lies in its simplicity and its specificity relative to our beliefs here in the South Kitsap School District. Success for each and every child without exception. Their success depends on our commitment to the development of the whole child. Success for the whole child is a product of a whole community invested in raising, reaching, and teaching all kids. And each of us, every one of us within this community, is key to ensuring that all really does mean all. This formal, public, and symbolic Declaration of Interdependence will serve as the inspiration of our work, enlisting, empowering, and engaging the entire SK Village to ensure that every child is safe, cared for, connected, challenged, healthy, and hopeful.
Somebody is being not good or bullying me, I tell the teacher and they do something about it that makes me feel safe.
I moved here in 5th grade and I wasn't comfortable with all the kids here. I met her the first day and let's face it, I cried. I was so terrified of that school. And she helped me out a lot, like get comfortable with the classroom, and I miss her a lot. She was my favorite teacher.
They will take the time and help me, even if it's like in their free time, like my recess, they'll be there to help me.
She went the extra mile for me. She helped me out, talked to the principal about my issue, tried to help me resolve it, and that was just it. It was really great that she cared so much and that someone was on my side.
I play sports, and I always eat healthy. My mom says it's not good for you when you eat junk food.
I think people should be around the most cheerful people, and that really builds your own self-esteem, and people that care about you as a person throughout your high school career will make you get better grades, have a higher self-esteem, be more willing to learn.
Science was not my favorite subject at all, and then I came into her class and then I was like, oh, this is awesome. She did a whole bunch of different things that most teachers wouldn't really have time to do, and then it kind of got me thinking, and then I was like, this is actually pretty cool.
He really wanted me to do well, and he really wanted me to succeed in math, and so he just kind of helped me along, and I hated it most of the time. I don't want to do this, and I don't understand math, and he'd be like, no, go over it again, you get it, let's practice it.
I've learned that involvement is key out of everything. I've loved being active. I love feeling like I'm part of something, working towards a bigger goal. I guess stress how important those connections are.
Well, everybody needs a friend like to play with and tell some things that they're like depressed about, and they can tell their secrets that they want to get out. You just want to talk to somebody about it, like your teacher or your friend.
This year I enrolled in a humanities course. Once I took the class, I realized that that was my passion, and I now plan on majoring in art history when I go to college. It was good that I branched out and tried a new class that I wasn't quite sure about, because I found out what I really loved to learn about.
He's taught me to take responsibility for my actions. So in the sense of, don't try to put it on everybody else. Look at what you did wrong. Look at where it got you here today. Look at where your heart and your mind puts you where you are today, and your heart and your mind will put you where you're at tomorrow.
Talented, smart, and capable of success. I have dreams for the future. I have dreams. I have dreams. I have dreams for the future. And I will strive. And I will try to meet those dreams. To meet those dreams. Goals every day. Every day. All kids are capable. All kids are capable. All kids are capable. All kids are capable of success. 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 No. 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 No exceptions. No exceptions. No. No. Exceptions.
No event better exemplifies our work to nurture the whole child than the teamwork and interdependence that goes into our annual back-to-school celebration. This free event has been attracting students and families for the past 6 years. They come for the free school supplies, bus rides, hot dogs, immunizations, fun activities, and information on schools and organizations that support families in our community. A popular attraction is the area where free school supplies and backpacks are given away.
Oh, there we go. I got 2 boys. They won't go beat the rest. Okay.
Local businesses and individual community members donated all sorts of school supplies for kids to have a well-stocked backpack for a successful school year.
Red card? For this orangey? There you go, Biggie. Help yourself, honey. Thank you. You're welcome.
In fact, this year, over 1,000 backpacks filled with school supplies were given out to those in need. This year, over 70 community organizations, businesses, and schools lined the track with displays, demonstrations, and activities for kids. This event would not have happened without the contributions from our community partners. From cash donations and school supplies to volunteers and backpacks, we are thankful for everyone who takes part in making this event happen. The Back to School celebration is truly an amazing event that gets our families, staff, and local community ready for a new school year.
Nurturing, inspiring, and building the whole child is our mission, and each and every one of us is key to the attainment of that mission. And so we are introducing a new symbol today. This key signifies our shared commitment to kids and to one another. This logo, if you will, symbolizes the power that each of us hold in opening doors for kids and unlocking potential in every child. And while there is not one of us that possesses the key to success for every child, I'm absolutely certain that every child can and will be successful in South Kitsap due to this declaration of interdependence, the keychain of an entire community with every key imaginable, readily given to ensure the success of each student. Signing our Declaration of Interdependence is also symbolic. And yes, you'll be getting that opportunity. And we want to be crystal clear what it is you, me, everybody are declaring.
We believe.
We believe.
We believe. We believe.
All children are capable of success.
All children are capable of success.
Success.
Without exception.
Without exception.
A successful child is whole.
Safe. Cared for.
Healthy.
Challenged.
Connected.
Hopeful. Success for all takes us all. Takes us all.
Takes us all. Takes us all.
Takes us all.
Each of us is a key to their success.
Therefore, I commit myself
To the extent that I am capable.
To our shared purpose of ensuring
High levels of learning for all students. All students. All students. All students.
for all students.
I wanna be the very best.
everybody, and welcome back to the second half of play here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School, as we have a great football game going on here tonight, as the home field South Kitsap Wolves are trailing Gig Harbor 14-7. As the captains for both teams are coming out here. We've had a great football game here tonight, as Gig Harbor leads 14-7, and we've seen some good, hard football being played from both sides. Two big rivals with each other here in the Narrows League for quite some time, as our neighbors just down the road here have taken the lead at halftime, and the Wolves actually got on the board first with their first offensive series. Dominic Bodie scored on a 9-yard touchdown run, and then Gig Harbor on their second offensive series drove the length of the field and got into the end zone. A couple of touchdown runs here by Gig Harbor. Number 24, Jesse Cobble, scored his first touchdown from 1 yard out, and then shortly before halftime, he scored on a 2-yard touchdown run, and that is where we stand, as Gig Harbor leads 14-7 over the Wolves. But there's a lot of football left here tonight. Just a beautiful evening, as we're coming to you live on channel 205 on digital cable wave broadband, and we're also coming to you live online, streaming this game live over the internet through the Kitsap Sun website. So if you're not able to make the game in person, we would like to welcome everybody here tonight who is watching the game on television or online. So the officials are all meeting at the 50-yard line, getting everything ready. Both sides trying to get some last-minute warm-ups here. But South Kitsap, as we mentioned earlier, a little banged up. In fact, missing about 6 key players who are out. One of their leading overall offensive all-purpose yardage gainers is number 3, Isaiah Davis, who has been nursing a high ankle sprain. And two of our top running backs have been out, Chaz Bauman and Michael Niner. But Dominic Bodie, number 24 for the Wolves, the 6-foot, 171-pound junior, has stepped in and done an incredible job here tonight, as he is just a shoestring tackle away from breaking one open, and we'll see how he does in the second half here. The offensive line is also taking a little bit of a hit as well. A couple of big men out, Adrian Cardinal and Ricky Bloss and Shamari Burton, but some of our other Wolves, our backups, have come in and are just doing an outstanding job for the offensive line and creating some big holes there. So the Wolves are really putting it together, and give credit to that South Kitsap High School football coaching staff, who have been able to overcome the injury bug here with some key players and do an excellent job of filling in. So we're just getting ready here for kickoff, as the time is just winding down. South Kitsap will be receiving the kickoff. They'll get the ball first, and the Wolves would like nothing better than to get that ball down the field and get into the end zone, as the Gig Harbor Tides are coming out here for the second half of play. Doing the kicking duties for Gig Harbor is number 11, Corey Durkee, as he is going to come out and kick the ball down to a couple of dangerous return men. Back, the ever-dangerous number 10, Chris Hutcherson, and also to receive is number 25, Adam Gasconi. So we'll see how they do here. Gig Harbor jumping around just like the Wolves are here, trying to get it's a little brisk here this evening, but still a beautiful evening for football, as they're going to kick the ball off. It's going to be fielded by Gascon down inside his 5-yard line. He's got a nice little hole up front. He stays on his feet, puts his head down, minorly hurdles over a defender, and gets a good return out past the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark it down at the 31, where South Kitsap will have a 1st and 10. So South Kitsap looking to do some damage right here, would like to sustain a nice drive, try to keep the ball out of the hands of the Gig Harbor Tides as much as possible, give their own defense a little bit of rest. So South Kitsap coming out here, they're going to send 3 wide receivers. Michael Powell split here to the near side. Tanner Romo started the game at quarterback, still under center. And he is going to hand the ball off to Dominic Bodie. He tries to inch his way forward for a few. And he gains a couple on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. Bodie gains a couple on the play. He gets down near the 35-yard line, marked the ball at the 34. So South Kitsap doing a lot of running here tonight, as usual, but doing an excellent job up front. They're going to send in the game now is number 4, Ben Severance. He and Powell split here to the near side. Meisner goes in motion. Romo's going to hand the ball off, but Bodie, he's spun around. He's taken down by the leg. He gets nowhere. And they're going to throw him back just past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, where it's going to be 3rd and 11. So not a great start here by the Wolves getting the ball back here. The ball will be placed at the 30-yard line. Tanner Romo coming out here. They're going to look to get some damage done. They got to get down to the 40-yard line. They got to get down to the 41-yard line. Romo's in the shotgun. They got 4 wide receivers. He's looking to his left. He's got a man in the flat, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a big hit. But nice catch by Chris Hutcherson, and he is just smashed near the 43-yard line, but hangs on to the ball. Nice throw by Romo, and a great catch by Hutch. Hutch made a great catch, had a little slant, went down there, had to get the first down. He got it, and he got a little stamp on that catch, too. But the Wolves are in business. They're going to have a first down at their own 43-yard line. Romo under center. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie. He is shoulder tackled near midfield. He's going to gain about 5. Well, we're going to call about 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Just under 10 minutes remaining here. South Kitsap trailing Gig Harbor 14-7. The Wolves are going to come out here now. They're going to send 3 wide receivers. Doug Yamamoto is in. He split the near side here with Powell. Meisner goes in motion once again. Hard count, and there's going to be a penalty flag. It's going to be coming back here, and that's the run by Aaron Chester, but it's all coming back. Meisner went in motion, and he got just on the outside of the left tackle, and he just started inching his way forward. Looked like there was a little bit more movement up front as well, and this play is all for naught. It's going to be illegal motion and there's actually 2 penalties on the field here. One was an illegal motion, and the other was a holding penalty. They confirm it with one of the captains, Nick Dahl, and they're going to accept the holding penalty. So it's going to be, instead of 2nd and 6, it'll be 2nd and 16 for the Wolves. The Wolves need to get to the 47-yard line. They're going to have the ball back near their own 35. So a couple of more penalties here by the Wolves. A nice crowd on hand here tonight, as expected. 2 big powerhouse rivals. South Kitsap coming out still with 3 wide receivers. Meisner goes in motion once again. That's what they just did the last time. They're going to hand the ball off to, that's Chester. He gets to the outside, a nice little block, but he's chased down. Oh, and it looked like he was down, and he kept going. I didn't think that he was down. It looked like that he may have come down on top of number 22 was Cole Gadella. But the officials are calling him down. It looked like I didn't see a knee down. But Chester went down on the back of Gadella, but the officials called him down, and he is down at the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Wolves here. Romo's going to be in the shotgun. Two backs, a little fumble on the snap, and he throws it right when he gets hit, and he's just a little short-handed throw right there. He had Michael Powell at the 48-yard line, but Romo was hurried into that pass, and the pass was incomplete, and it's going to be 4th and long for South Kitsap, and they are going to punt the ball away here. Nice defense Nice defensive stop by the Tides. Aaron Ledoux doing the kicking duties here. Castle back to receive. He's standing at his 21. Ledoux with a nice little kick here. He might get a roll here, and he does, and Castle's going to get away from it. Meisner's going to down it at the 25-yard line. So a nice kick by the Wolves, and Gig Harbor is going to have the ball at their own 25-yard line for their first offensive series here in the second half. And with 8:11 remaining in the first half, or in the second half, Gig Harbor is leading South Kitsap 14-7. We've seen a pretty even match here tonight between the Tides and the Wolves. A great football game here. Again, though, the Wolves are a little short-handed, but here come the Tides. They're coming out and are going to look to get some damage done themselves as they're going to come out. They have 2 wide receivers. Castle's been in the shotgun all night, and he's going to hand the ball off to Cobble, but this time he is met at the line of scrimmage. They might give him 1, but it's going to be second and long. Nice job by the Wolves defensive line up front there. Cobble doesn't get much. They're going to put the ball just inside the 26-yard line. It's going to be second and long for the Tides as they come out with sort of a hurry-up offense here. Castle still in that shotgun. 2 wide receivers. He's going to look to his right, and he's got a man out in the flat, and he makes the catch. Oh, he's taken down. Nice tackle there by Aaron Chester on the coverage. He's going to gain 5 yards on the play, but it's going to be 3rd and 4, so a big play coming up here for the Wolves. The Wolves looking to get a big stop. They'd love nothing more than to prevent the Tides from getting that first down. The Tide needs to get to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and 4. The Tides now have trips to the near side, and Castle's going to wrap it up. He's not going anywhere. Doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Little surprising there. Good job by the Wolves defense up front. Cody Tester stands up, starts clapping for the defense, and well so, as the Wolves do a great job right there and get a good stop. They had 3 wide receivers on the near side, that trips formation, but Castle just kept it, and he ran into a brick wall as the Wolves are going to get the ball back here. Great job on defense. Oh, and there goes a booming kick. Hutchison's going to have the ball at his own 25. He gets a nice little block. And he's, great tackling by the Tide here tonight. The Gig Harbor has been doing this shoestring tackling all night long, but boy, they are wrapping up at the feet and not letting those Wolf runners get out there in the open, which could be very dangerous. But Chris Hutchison had the ball at his 25, fielded it at the 25, and he gets out to officially, they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. So the Wolves are going to have their second offensive series here. They trail Gig Harbor 14-7 with 6:22 remaining. So the Wolves are going to have their second chance on the offense here. And they're going to pitch the ball to Bodie. He's looking to get some blocking up front. He tries to bounce to the outside, and he spins around, gets closer to that first down marker. Nice job. Eddie Meisner pulling out there with the guards as they go for that toss sweep to the left side. A big gain on the play. And it's close to the first down. It's going to be a gain of about 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Dominic Bodie, the primary ball carrier here tonight for the Wolves, the junior, doing a great job here tonight. 2 wide receivers now. Michael Powell split near side. Romo's going to hand fake it, and he's going to pitch it to Bodie. He stops, spins around once again, and he gets past that first down marker. Nice job by Bodie. Great fake by Romo. Fake handoff to Meisner, drawing the linebackers in. Gets that little quick pitch to Bodie. He tried to get to the outside, stopped on a dime and cut up, and was able to get the first down. The ball is at the Gig Harbor 42-yard line. Yamamoto in at wide receiver, split to the far side of the field. Caleb Nelson now in at fullback. Romo with the hard snap count, but a little too hard right there, and it's going to be 5 yards back for the Wolves. That was number 66, Charlie Murray. He was just a little eager to get out there and make that block. But 5-yard penalty, scooted back 5 more yards. Ball will be at the 37. The Wolves need to get into Tide's territory. They need to get to the 48. It's a big shift on defense by the Tides, and they're going to hand the ball off to Bodie. Look for a little opening, and he tries to get to the outside. Oh, and he's almost in. I tell you, they've been doing that all night. They get one hand on our guy, and then there's a penalty flag. A penalty flag just goes flying, and I think that that's going to be a personal foul against Gig Harbor. It looked like number 22, Cole Gadella, was in the backfield talking to one of the players or just saying something out loud, and it is. It's going to be a personal foul, a dead ball personal foul penalty against the Tides. That was Cole Gadella. We're not sure what happened out there, but Bodie was able to get to the outside. Gadella wasn't near there. He was just in the back, and then all of a sudden the referees heard something, and the official tossed his flag, and so a nice little gain by Bodie, but tack another 15 yards onto it, and the Wolves are going to cut a little break right here. And they will have the ball a little bit deeper into Gig Harbor territory, and they'll also get the first down. South Kitsap trailing 14-7 with 4:54 remaining in the third quarter of play. And it is, the official signals, it's a personal foul against Gig Harbor. So move those chains, and the ball is going to be at the Gig Harbor 39-yard line. So Gig Harbor with a costly penalty right there. Wolves were on the move. As they're going to come out here, Gig Harbor hurries up to the line, and they're going to snap that quick, and he's met in the backfield. That was Jens Johnson. Or no, that was Caleb Nelson who was back in at fullback right there. Now there's a little intensity going on between the players right here. Of course, that's pretty much expected in a big rivalry game between two teams such as South Kitsap and Gig Harbor. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 South Kitsap at the Gig Harbor 39. Michael Powell splits out here, and Chris Hutcherson. Hutch and Powell, they're both out here now on the near side of the field. Romo, they're going to hand the handoff. He's going to roll to his left. He's got a man flushed out of the pocket, and he tries to just kind of throw it up there. The ball it's intercepted. I believe the ball was intercepted. No, it's incomplete now. It is incomplete. For a moment there, it looked like the pass was intercepted, but it is an incomplete pass. And the Wolves cut a break there themselves, and it's going to be 3rd and long now for the Wolves from the Gig Harbor 39-yard line. So the Wolves escaped disaster right there. Meisner was open, and Romo tried to put a little touch on it. Pass was incomplete. Now the Wolves have 3 wide receivers in. Romo's going to sweep it to Bodie. He gets to that's Chester, and he gets to the outside, but he gets down to the 35, but a penalty flag comes flying in. The penalty flag was down near it's at the 40-yard line. That's usually in the area of holding, and it is. It's going to be a holding penalty against South Kitsap. This might be 4-down territory for the Wolves. We'll have to see what happens, but we'll see if Gig Harbor accepts the penalty. South Kitsap a little on the shaky side right here with a couple of penalties, but still hanging on to the ball and sustaining a nice drive. And they're going to move it back here. It's holding against South Kitsap. So they're going to scoot it back 10 more yards. South Kitsap is going to have the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 20 from the Gig Harbor 49. They have to get down to the 29-yard line for that first down. They were looking to cut a break. They thought they had got one when there was a personal foul penalty called against Gig Harbor, but they haven't been able to capitalize on that. Now that the Wolves, they have 4 wide receivers with the hard count, and they're going to go for it there. They have a nice little counter. Dominic Bodie, it's 3rd down. Doesn't get a whole lot. He's going to get down to the 46-yard line. They're going to stop, and another penalty flag comes flying out. And they're pointing towards the Gig Harbor Tides. Oh, now they bring a captain over. At first they were pointing at Gig Harbor, but now they're talking to one of the captains. So that must indicate, and there he is. There's a penalty against Gig Harbor, a face mask. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Gig Harbor. It's a face mask penalty against Gig Harbor. The Gig Harbor coaches are wondering who it was on, but that should be a 15-yard penalty. So a couple of costly penalties from Gig Harbor. Still waiting to see where the officials are going to mark this. And I guess it's not a 15-yarder. It's just going to be down to the 39-yard line. So they're going to scoot it back. Now we're going to have a stoppage of play here. The officials, a little confusion down here on the field by the officials. This is an officials timeout here. And now Gig Harbor is going to call a timeout. So Gig Harbor uses their first timeout of the second half. They will have 2 left. And now we've started to see a few penalty flags come flying out here. South Kitsap had their second possession, and they were driving a little bit, but then they got a big 15-yard personal foul penalty against Gig Harbor. And then the Wolves haven't been able to capitalize on it so much, but then they get a face mask penalty. And they're going to have the ball at the Gig Harbor original line of scrimmage, which was the 39-yard line. So the Wolves are going to have a 3rd and 10 here after all that. And the Wolves are going to come out. They've got 3 wide receivers, 1 man in the slot. Romo under center. We're going to hand the ball off to Bodie. He doesn't get very much. He's tackled from behind. Maybe got 2 on the play. He's going to get down to the 37-yard line, where it's going to be 4th down and 8 yards to go for the Wolves. Actually, it's going to be at the 38-yard line. So the Wolves need 9 yards. Got to get to the 29, and at first we thought they were going to go for it, but they're not now. With 2:58 remaining here, South Kitsap still trailing 14-7. Aaron Ladeau comes out to punt the ball away. Troy Castle, also the quarterback for Gig Harbor, has been doing the punting receiving duties here tonight. Little high snap, but Ladeau pulls it down. He kicks it away from Castle. He's going to just let it go. Takes the South Kitsap bounce all the way down to the 8-yard line. So a nice kick by Aaron Ladeau, and the Tides are going to have their ball, the ball deep in their own territory. It's going to be 1st down for Gig Harbor at their own 8-yard line. So South Kitsap unable to capitalize on their second offensive series here, and the defense is going to have to come up big here again tonight. They did a great job on Gig Harbor's first offensive series, stopping them. And Gig Harbor's coming out, though, a little fired up. We've seen a little bit of tempers flare with one another, both sides. But they're matching each other, helmet to helmet. Castle's in the shotgun, and he's going to hand the ball off to Cottle, and he's taken down. Cobble's just taken down. Great tackle by Cody Tester, and he just stands up there and just starts cheering. He is fired up. Nice job by Tester. He may have gotten 1. We're going to give him 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor's going to spread it out now a little bit. They're going to run that trips to the near side of the field. They're going to send a man in motion. Castle, he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking for Safarian Jenkins, but he's looking down the field. He's going to tuck it under his arm, and he's going to look. Oh, and it just looked like he got hammered. That was Caleb Nelson taking the big hit by Safarian Jenkins. Castle had nobody open. He runs, gets 1 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and long for Gig Harbor at their own 10. So South Kitsap looking to come up with a big defensive stop here. They would like nothing better than to stop the Harbor here deep in their own territory and would get the ball back in pretty good field position. So Gig Harbor is going to send out that trips Wide receiver set to the far side of the field. 4 total. They send a man. That's Dahl in motion. Castle's going to roll out to his right. He's looking for a man. He's got Safari and Jenkins, and the pass is incomplete. He had Safari and Jenkins. He had the ball right there. Good coverage by Aaron Chester, but the big man cannot pull it in. He doesn't hang on to it. The pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 4th and 8 for Gig Harbor. Great defense by the Wolves. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. South Kitsap trailing 14-7. But they've got a couple of deep men standing near midfield, a little high snap, but the kick, when it's not a very good kick, it's end over end. See around where the ball is going. It's going to take a little bit of a Gig Harbor bounce, but still South Kitsap is going to have the ball in Gig Harbor territory, mark it down at the 41-yard line. So the South Kitsap defense coming up big here tonight, stopping the Tides, and they're going to have very good field position. So South Kitsap is looking to get something going here on offense. Dominic Bodie and Tanner Romo coming in here. Getting a little fired up on offense now, and they're going to fake that. Nice fake by Romo. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's got a man down. He's got Michael Powell, and he underthrows him just a little bit. It was actually, he was a little bit out of reach, but looked like he could have caught that. But the pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Romo with the big pass. He was flushed out of the pocket. He had Michael Powell streaking down near the 10-yard line, but at one hop bounced in front of him, and the Wolves are going to come out here in 2nd down. They need to get to the 31. Romo is going to hand the ball off to Bodie on the counter, and he's got a big hole right up the middle, and he finally stays on his feet. Nice job by Dominic Bodie, gets down to the 25. The Wolves run that counter play. Great blocking up front there by the offensive line. Bodie was tripped up a little bit at the ankles, but this time he stayed on his feet, and I'm telling you, if he stays on his feet for good, he'll get into that end zone. So the Wolves are in business. They got the momentum going for them. The ball is at the Gig Harbor 25-yard line. South Kitsap trailing 14-7 with 1:02 left here in the third quarter. They're going to hit that Eddie Meisner straight up the middle. They hand the ball off for that quick dive off right guard. He gets all the way down, a gain of 5. He gets down to the gain of 6, down to the 19. The Wolves are in business and driving. So South Kitsap with a big momentum shift here. Eddie Meisner with the fullback dive down to the Gig Harbor 19. Powell still in, split near side here. Romo's going to look to his right. He's got a man flushed out of the pocket, looking down, being chased out, fakes the pass. He's got a man. The pass is complete. Nice job by Romo, kept running. Had Aaron Chester, who made the catch near the 15. It's at the 16-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and short here as time is going to expire in the third quarter of play. Gig Harbor at the end of the third quarter still leading South Kitsap 14-7, but South Kitsap is on the move, and they will have a 3rd and 1 at the Gig Harbor 16-yard line. So a beautiful evening here tonight for football. A great game between two powerhouse rivals, South Kitsap and Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor, it's been a battle all night. Gig Harbor gaining a little more momentum before half, but the Wolves are hanging tough here and really looking to capitalize on a great offensive drive going here as the officials are going to take the ball and they're going to head down to the other end of the field where they will set up shop here. So South Kitsap is going to have the ball at the Gig Harbor 16-yard line. They need 1 yard, and I can only imagine that this time this is going to be 4 down territory for the Wolves if they don't get the first down right here. as we're going to head into the fourth quarter of play. We still have a great crowd here tonight. A lot of fans here from both South Kitsap and visiting Gig Harbor here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School. So there's a big third down play here. The Wolves coming out in that I formation. And this time Tanner Romo stays on his feet. He goes off left tackle. Great blocking up front. And he is going to have the first down. Nice job by Tanner Romo. He's going to get down to the 12-yard line where the Wolves are going to have 1st and 10. A quarterback keeper there by Romo. And the Wolves are in business. South Kitsap can still get a first down. They can get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Romo talking to one of the linemen up front here. They're going to hand the ball off to Chester, and he puts his head down and just barrels his way forward. He gains a couple on the play. It's going to be 2nd down for the Wolves inside the 10. They're going to put it down at the 8. A gain of 4 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6. 11:15 left here, the start of the fourth quarter. The Wolves trailing 14-7, but they are on the move as they're going to send Michael Powell to the far side of the field. Eddie Meisner in at fullback, Dominic Bodie back in at tailback. Romo, he's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's got a man, that's Eddie Meisner, makes the catch. Oh, nice tackle. Nice tackle by the Gig Harbor Tides defense, but a great job by Meisner making the reception and hanging on to it. His feet went flying out from underneath him, but a great catch by Meisner. Nice fake by Romo, rolled out to his right, had Meisner in the flat. And if that tackle didn't happen, Meisner would most likely have gotten into the end zone. And it's going to be 3rd and short for the Wolves. In fact, it's going to be a 3rd and 1. They have to get to the 3-yard line. They need 1 more yard. Romo's going to hand the ball off to Caleb Nelson. He inches his way forward, still looking like he was getting there. I think he's going to have the first down. I think he did get to the 3, which is where he needed to go. And he did not. He's going to be just a little short. So a key play coming up here for the Wolves. It's going to be 4th and 1. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 4-yard line, and the Wolves need to get to that 3. They could still get a first down, which would give them a whole new series of downs. The crowd coming alive here now. Bodie and Meisner are in, and Romo is, and he's going to put his head down. I don't know if he made it. We're going to have to see where they spot it. I think he did get it. He just put his head down for the quarterback keeper. Went right up the gut, and I don't know if he's going to have it or not. Gig Harbor is signaling that he did not get it here. South Kitsap seems to think they have it, but we'll have to wait and see where they spot the ball. I think they're going to have a measurement. Too close to tell here. Tanner Romo put his head down, thought that he had it, ran over and got the play from head coach DJ Sigurdsson. But they're going to have to measure here and see where the ball gets spotted. And we'll see where it is. And, oh, they did, and he got it by a country mile. And it's going to be 1st down Wolves at the Gig Harbor. We're going to call that the 2-yard line. South Kitsap will have a 1st and goal at the Gig Harbor 2. Well, looks like they're spotting it at the 3. Okay, 1st and goal for the Wolves at the 3-yard line of Gig Harbor. They've got 4 downs to punch that ball into the end zone. Romo getting his guys fired up, and he gets the ball in, and it looks like Dominic Bodie, and I think he gets in for the touchdown. Dominic Bodie with his 2nd touchdown run of the night, and the Wolves are on the board. Dominic Bodie with the 3-yard touchdown run, his 2nd of the evening, and South Kitsap gets on the board. Great offensive series here by South Kitsap. He scored his 1st touchdown in the 1st quarter, a 9-yard touchdown run at the same end, and now gets his 2nd touchdown here tonight a 3-yard run. And he plunges into the end zone. Some great blocking up front. The Wolves go up, and the block is good, or the kick is good. And with 9:16 left here in the game, South Kitsap gets on the board and ties the score up at 14-all. What a great game here tonight. Well, a couple of momentum shifts here in tonight's game. After South Kitsap scored first in the first quarter, Gig Harbor got a little bit of that back in the second quarter and early on in the third quarter, but the Wolves defense hung in there strong, held Gig Harbor in check. Gig Harbor had to punt the ball away from deep in their own territory, and the Wolves were able to drive it down to their 16-yard line. We switched ends, and then we get in from a 3-yard touchdown run by Dominic Bodie, and the game is tied here. What a great football game here left with 9:16 left here, and the Wolves have a little bit of extra stride in their steps as well. So South Kitsap, Aaron Ladeau will be kicking the ball off here. Back to receive the kick is number 7, Austin Clegg, and number 24, Jesse Cobble. And they're going to kick the ball deep here, and it's going to break the plane of the end zone. Cobble, nice kick by Ladeau, goes sailing into the end zone. Cobble had to run back and get that one. And Gig Harbor is going to have the ball at their own 20-yard line. So we'll have to see what the Gig Harbor Tides have in store on offense, especially against that South Kitsap defense, which has been doing a great job of holding Gig Harbor in check. So Gig Harbor comes out, and they're going to spread this field just a little bit here. They've been doing that all night. Troy Castle at quarterback, the lefty, and he's going to hand the ball off to Cobble. Cobble's got a little bit of blocking up front. He gets to the outside, gets a nice little block, and he gets out to the 40, comes out to the 50-yard line, but a penalty flag comes flying in from the back. And this is all going to come back, as I think that there was either a hold or an illegal block in the back, and that is one of the reasons why Cobble had so much room to run there on the left-hand side. A penalty flag came flying in, and it is. It's going to be a holding penalty against Gig Harbor. A costly penalty for the Tides right there. They had the ball at their own 20-yard line. Penalty flag was thrown near the 30. And it's a spot foul as well, so they're going to scoot him back here. After it's all said and done, he may have actually gained 1 yard on the play after the penalty flag, which he does. So it's going to be first down and 9 yards to go for Gig Harbor. They still need to get to the 30, but Cobble had a lot of room to run up there. But that's because there's a little bit of holding now. So the Tides come out. They've got trips wide receivers to the near side of the field. Safarian Jenkins, a key target. And they're going to look for the little screens to Safarian Jenkins, and he uses that big frame, and they have to try and drag him down. And it took almost the whole South Kitsap defense to take him down right there. But they flushed him out, and he's still going to be a little bit short. Short of that 30-yard line of about 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for Gig Harbor. With 8:30 remaining here in the game, Gig Harbor looking to try and get something done. More substitutions coming in now for the Wolves. Castle stays in that shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers only this time. Castle's going to hand the ball off to Cobble. He's looking for a little bit of room. He bounces to the outside. He moves those feet, and he's chased down from behind. Nice tackle. That's number 25, Adam Gascoigne, right there. Well done on defense as he chased him down from behind. But Gascoigne was right there to take him down, even though Cobble was able to get the first down, but that clock keeps running with just under 8 minutes to go. The score is tied at 14. Gig Harbor has a pretty good kicker, number 11, Corey Durkee. They want to try and at least maybe get into field goal range. They're going to spread it out now. 3 wide receivers. Castle's going to fake the handoff, keep it, tuck it under. He's going to run right up the middle, and he's going to get near that first down marker. Great fake there that time by Castle, and he just tucked it under and ran right up the middle. Got some pretty good blocking up front. He's going to be just short of the first down. They're going to spot the ball at the 48. He needs to get to the 48.5-yard line. We'll see where they measure it here. It's going to be just short. Needs 1 yard. Second and short for Gig Harbor. They have 2 wide receivers split. Castle's going to hand the ball off to Cobble one more time, and he bounces his way around. Oh, and he's hit hard, spun around. Did a great job of hanging on to the ball right there. No question that he's going to have the first down. Gets into Wolf territory. There's looks like there's going to be a timeout. I think South Kitsap is calling a timeout right here, which they are. So that will be South Kitsap's first timeout of the second half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Gig Harbor burned one earlier. South Kitsap using this one right here. Good timeout by the Wolves, trying to stop this momentum by Gig Harbor. Wolves doing a really good job on defense tonight, but the momentum shift a little bit favoring Gig Harbor right now, but we'll have to see. Gig Harbor's had a couple of costly penalties lately, and as one of them actually led to South Kitsap getting into the end zone to tie the score at 14. So Gig Harbor is going to have the ball at the South Kitsap 41-yard line. The South Kitsap coaches trying to get the Wolves a little fired up here on defense. Gig Harbor is going to come out. They've been spreading that offense out a little bit more now. They've been doing that this whole game. Jake Ayers is split to the far side. So is Nick Dahl. And Castle's going to hand the ball up to Cottle. Cottle's got a little bit of blocking up front. Stutter steps, almost falls down, maintains his balance, and he gets out near the first down marker. He's going to be just a little short. We'll have to see where they mark it. I think he's just a little short of that first down. That's what he did. Another big gain of about 9 yards on the play. He gets down to the 32. Needs to get to the 31. It will be. It's going to be second short for Gig Harbor. 2nd and 1. They set the chains now. They get that clock running with 6:43 remaining here in the game. Gig Harbor and South Kitsap tied at 14, but the Tides are on the move. And now we're going to have an official stop here, an official's timeout. Okay, now they're ready to go. Probably some kind of an equipment set here. Castle's in the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Cottle one more time. He bounces to the outside, and he gets that first down easily. They've been doing that all night, running to that left side there. The left side of that offensive line, anchored by big Corey Ladd, number 77, the 6'9", 330-pound offensive lineman. They get down to the South Kitsap 22-yard line. They are in field goal range, but they're going to try and milk a little bit of that clock down now. 6:14 remaining here. Hard count. Castle's going to keep it. He's not going anywhere. Good job by the Wolves staying home on that one. Great defense there, especially by number 66, Charlie Murray. Charlie Murray stayed home. He's going to come limping out a little bit, but great job by Murray there. Castle with the handoff fake, and he just put his head down and went forward and got nowhere, and it's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 25. Castle in shotgun, 4 wide receivers now. 4 in, there's a little bit of movement. They're not going to call it, and he's going to go up for Safari and Jenkins. Great coverage right there, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. Austin Safari and Jenkins with the 25-yard touchdown pass reception from Troy Castle. Boy, that was awfully close, though, right before. That was the big man, offensive lineman Corey Ladd, who appeared to have come out of his stance, just a little bit of movement. Normally, that's a penalty, and they did not call it right there, but you got to play through it, and the Tide get the first pass touchdown, and the kick is up and good. So Corey Durkee with the kick, and South Kitsap now trails Gig Harbor 21-14 after the we're going to officially call it a 24-yard touchdown pass reception by Austin Safarian Jenkins, the 6'7", 262-pound tight end who is destined for the University of Washington next year. Nice pass by the quarterback, Troy Castle. And after the Wolves tied it at 14, Gig Harbor comes back, and with 5:29 remaining here in the game, they get into the end zone, a 24-yard touchdown pass reception by Safarian Jenkins from Castle. So the Tides go back into the lead, but there's a lot of time left here. South Kitsap has 2 timeouts remaining, as does Gig Harbor. South Kitsap going to send back a couple of this time. They're going to send back just one deep man this time. That's Chris Hutcherson, who is standing back near his 10-yard line. You give that man any room, and I'll tell you what, he will get going here. Now there's a little confusion as to who's going to be back. The kick is going to be coming up here, and it's going to be fielded by number 25 for South Kitsap. That's Adam Gascoigne right there. He was all the way up on the kickoff coverage, and he was supposed to be deep back, and he ran back there on the opposite side of where Chris Hutcherson was, and Gascoigne was able to make the reception, and they get the ball and get up to the 28-yard line. So South Kitsap will have a 1st and 10 at their own 28 with 5:25 remaining, trailing 21-14 to Gig Harbor, as we're going to have an officials timeout here. Not sure what the officials were going for here. They're pointing at Chris Hutcherson. Oh, he had some kind of a wristband. You're in high school athletics, you're not allowed to wear any kind of jewelry, wristbands or whatnot, and so he quickly took that off. They're going to hand the ball off to Bodie, and he gets to the outside. He hurdles over a man. He hurdles over a second man, and he gets out of bounds past midfield. No penalty flags. Nice job by Dominic Bodie. Might have got the wind knocked out of him a little bit right there, but nice job by Bodie. He hurdled over 2 Gig Harbor defenders. Gets into Gig Harbor territory, and the ball is going to be at the Gig Harbor 47-yard line. But they're tending to Dominic Bodie down there. I think he did. I think he just kind of got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Limping just a little bit here. Boy, they can't afford to have another one like that, and they're going to hand the ball off to Eddie Meisner, straight up the gut. Another quick dive right there, and Meisner gets down near the first down marker. Inside the 40. They're going to mark that at the 38. South Kitsap on the move. It's going to be 2nd and short. Actually, you got 9 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 1 with 4:50 remaining here in the game. South Kitsap needs a touchdown to tie. Romo's going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He puts his head down, and he's going to have the first down, so they'll stop the clock here temporarily while the chains move. South Kitsap trailing Gig Harbor 21-14, tied the score up on a 3-yard touchdown run by Dominic Bodie. Gig Harbor came back and scored on a 24-yard touchdown reception by Austin Safarian Jenkins. But the Wolves get the ball back, and they are on the move at the 38-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He puts his head down, gets some blocking up front, inching his way forward, gains another 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Wolves. Place that ball at the 28-yard line. South Kitsap on the move here. Gascoigne in at tailback. The Wolves are already shorthanded at tailback. Dominic Bodie is being tended to on the sideline. Oh, and there's going to be movement. That's on Michael Powell. Michael Powell on the far side, a little anxious there to get off the ball. So they're going to scoot that back to the original line of scrimmage. Scoot it back 5 yards where it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. South Kitsap needs a touchdown here to tie the score, trailing 21-14 with 3:49 remaining here in the game. The Wolves have 2 timeouts. They're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He's got a nice block up front. Great opening, great blocking up front there by that Wolf offensive line. He's going to get about 7 on the play. He's got to get down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4, but the Wolves have to get going here. They can still get a first down. They've got to get 4 yards. 3:15 remaining here in the game. Wolves sustaining a nice drive. They need a touchdown and the extra point. Romo, they're going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne. He breaks to the outside. There goes Gascoigne at the 20. It's at the 15, and he's taken out of bounds. Nice job by Gascoigne. He gets all the way down to the 13. Great blocking up front and great adjustment by Gascoigne to get the extra yardage right there. Only needed 4, and he got a whole lot more. Mark that ball. It's going to be first down at the Gig Harbor 13-yard line. Wolves can still get a first down if they need to get to the Gig Harbor 3. Even better yet, get into that end zone as Dominic Bodie is now back in a tailback. And they're going to hand the ball off to Bodie, but he's met in the backfield. He's going to lose 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11. That play didn't have a chance to get developed. Stayed home right there. Number 28, Nick Dahl on the stop. 2:40 remaining here in the game. South Kitsap needs a touchdown. They're at the Gig Harbor 14-yard line. Adam Gascoigne is now in at tailback once again. Romo's going to hand the ball off to Gascoigne, and he's tripped up, stays on his feet, bounces off to the outside, but not till he's driven back. A couple of big stops right there. We'll have to see where they mark. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Not very much right there. It's going to be 3rd and long. The Wolves need a touchdown, but they could still get a first down. They've got to get to the 3-yard line. So they've got 2 plays here to get into the end zone or get to the 3. Under 2 minutes now here in the game. It's a close one. I formation coming out. Gascoigne still in there at tailback. They're going to pitch the ball to Gascoigne. He's looking for some blocking up front, and he is hit. He gets closer to the 10-yard line. They're going to down it at the 11. And this could be the ball game right here. It's going to be 4th and long for the Wolves. It's going to be 4th and 8. They have to get down to the 3-yard line. I think South Kitsap is going to call a timeout. And they are. They're going to burn their 2nd timeout here. With 1:31 remaining here in the game, South Kitsap trails Gig Harbor 21-14. The ball is at the Gig Harbor 11-yard line as the coaches for South Kitsap are all out there talking to everybody, trying to get them all fired up. This basically could be the game right here. They need to get down to the 3-yard line, or if they can punch it into that end zone, that would be even better. So the Wolves have a couple of chances here. It's been a back and forth contest. Wolves scoring first, Gig Harbor coming out scoring twice more. Went ahead 14-7, then the Wolves came back here in the 4th quarter, tied it up at 14. Then Gig Harbor with the touchdown pass leading 21-14. As they come out now, both sides are really getting fired up. You can hear the crowds go crazy here. They need to get to the 3-yard line. Romo's going to drop back, and there's going to be a penalty flag. We'll have to see, and I think it's going to be illegal motion against the Wolves, illegal procedure. It's going to make it just a little more difficult for them, but they can still get that first down or get into the end zone. It's at the 11-yard line, and it is illegal procedure. Back it up to the 16, so it's going to be 4th down for the Wolves at the Gig Harbor 16-yard line. Field goal won't do it. They need a touchdown. Michael Powell split to the far side. Gig Harbor is just screaming from the sidelines right here. This could be the ball game. Romo, he's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back, look to his left. He's got a man down the middle. He's got Eddie Meisner. It went off of his fingertips. The pass is incomplete. That was Austin Cook. Austin L. Cook, not Eddie Meisner. And the pass was incomplete. It was just off of his fingertips. And that is going to turn the ball over to Gig Harbor on downs with 1:25 remaining here in the game. South Kitsap now trails 21-14. Gig Harbor will take over at their own 16-yard line, and South Kitsap has only 1 timeout remaining, so they can stop the clock once, and all they can hope for now is a possible turnover. But Gig Harbor is going to come out. They're going to have to run one play here because South Kitsap can call a timeout and stop it. And they're going to hike the ball. They're going to hand the ball off to Cobble, and he's going to bounce to the outside. He gets to the outside. He gets a nice little block, and a penalty flag comes flying in from way back. The back judge was standing at the 42-yard line, and he threw that flag about 20 yards, all the way back near the 20-yard line, and it's going to be an illegal block in the back against Gig Harbor, and that's going to be a spot foul. Boy, the official just threw a fastball right back over there. And I think that the Wolves are going to scoot him back. Again, South Kitsap only has 1 timeout remaining, and they trail 21-14 with 1:16 left. And they're going to scoot him back. They're going to scoot Gig Harbor all the way back inside the 10. They're going to mark the ball just inside the 10. We're going to call it at the 9-yard line. The ball will be placed at the Gig Harbor 9-yard line. And Gig Harbor will have to run a play here. They're going to try and milk the clock for as much as they can. 1:10 remaining here in the game, leading 21-14. Just been a great football game here tonight, back and forth contest. Troy Castle's in that shotgun. They're going to try and milk the clock as much as they can. They don't want a turnover right here. And they're going to snap it. They're going to hand the ball off to Cobble. And he is going to, he's hit hard from behind. And a penalty flag comes flying in. I'll have to wait and see what that one is. He was hit hard. I didn't quite see what it was here. Cobble had the handoff, got outside left. Then a penalty flag came flying in at the end. Looks like it's, not really sure where they're indicating, but it looks like it's going to be against Gig Harbor and scoot them back even farther. Gig Harbor's going to have to be careful here. We haven't seen an indication yet of what the penalty is. And it's going to be a holding. There was a holding penalty, but it's going to be refused. And South Kitsap is going to call, they're going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So with 44 seconds left here in the game, South Kitsap trails 21-14. They cannot stop the clock anymore. All Gig Harbor is really going to have to do is just take a knee. But the ball is going to be back deep in their own territory. 44 seconds left here. South Kitsap trailing 21-14. So South Kitsap is going to come from their 3rd and final timeout, but all Gig Harbor is going to have to do is just get a couple of snaps here, and the ball game should be theirs. I would imagine that Castle is just going to take a knee, take a couple of knees here, and it should run out the clock. It's just been a frustrating night in some ways, but a great night because the Wolves played so well. And they're just going to do that. They're just going to take a knee. They're going to probably have to take just one more knee. And that should do it. South Kitsap's going to drop another one here. But a great football game played between two big rival schools as Gig Harbor is going to come away with the win here. It's going to drop South Kitsap to 1-4 overall, but more importantly 0-3 in the Narrows League. And Gig Harbor is going to go to 4-1 as there's 10 seconds now and the game is almost going to be over here. So South Kitsap is going to drop another one here. But a very hard-fought game, especially with the Wolves coming away with such a great contest, especially being short-handed. But again, the final score, Gig Harbor 21 and South Kitsap 14. Well, we will be back with the next home game, again live here on SKTV, live on channel 205 on October 22nd. And that will be South Kitsap's last regular season home game, which is also going to be the homecoming game, which will be against Stadium High School. So we would like to thank everybody, and Mike Downham especially, and everyone at the South Kitsap High School video and production crew for putting on a great TV cast here tonight, which was live on channel 205 and also being streamlined on the Kitsap Sun website. And so for everybody here tonight, I'm Darren Bowden. We hope you enjoyed the great contest here as Gig Harbor comes away with the win at Joe Knowles Field here at South Kitsap with a 21-14 victory over South Kitsap. And we will see you on October 22nd for the homecoming game.